Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 16 of Petrichor's World. This is part 3 of a world tour that I'm doing around my original survival single player world. Had this since the very beginning, since I first started playing Minecraft on the PC. And yeah, going around and checking out all the different areas that I've built in. We started off in 1.5 with the town just behind us here, then 1.6 at the house just there. And now today we're going to be heading over to the 1.7 area of this world, which is easily one of the favorite areas that I ever built in basically all time. So it's on a slightly different railway if you've caught up on the past episodes. This here is the main line, and we're jumping onto this line here, which heads straight that way. Which way is that actually, for a matter of fact? That is west, and it's about 3,000 odd blocks away, I believe. So we're going to jump on there, head on over, and check out the 1.7 era of this world. Now just as we're crossing the river here, coming up to this bit of plains up here, for a bit of context, this is the chunk border. So this is where I moved to 1.7 terrain with all the new generation and all that. So there's a nice harsh chunk border. It goes straight from plains to a snow plains. And if you haven't seen the past episodes, then all this track you should know was built purely in creative mode. Back in the day, didn't bother me, and hey, it still kind of doesn't because I had so much fun doing it, and I think that's all that matters. So yeah, this is the new 1.7 terrain that was generated when that update came out. So all of this from here is new 1.7 terrain. Now if this bit of the track looks familiar to you, this is because this is where I have the screenshot taken for all my Discord server, for my YouTube channel banner, and for my Twitter banner. So this is kind of the iconic piece of track that you've probably seen plenty of times before without actually realizing. Unfortunately we're a little bit late for the sunset to get the right lighting, but just as well doesn't matter because we are arriving now at the 1.7 area of this world. I remember this tower. I actually haven't been here since probably 1.8 or 9 when I was originally doing more moving around. But alright, looks like we're following the track into the base. We'll have a look around when the sun comes up, but getting a little bit of a general idea at the moment of how things are. And then we come down here on the roof, and there's a minecart there. That is why that's happened. Oh, stop. Right, that one is gone now to the test of time. Anyway, I'm going to go find a bed and then we'll have a look around the base and I'll show you what's been happening. So where to begin? I guess with the actual structure itself. So this little castle kind of fortress thing, this was actually made entirely out of brick harvested from the stronghold, which I think we visited not last episode, or it might have been the one before, I can't completely remember. But yeah, all of this is from the stronghold, mined it all out with Silk Touch, and managed to build a whole castle out of it, which was honestly so much fun. I remember doing it so distinctively because it took for ages to harvest all of the stone brick. But coming down this here, we've got a little daylight sensor. I believe this goes off when the sun gets low. That alarm starts going off for a little bit. Can't entirely remember, but it's a pretty cool little circuitry. I remember figuring all that kind of stuff out. It was a heap of fun to just kind of work around with redstone and play around. What do we got up here? Up here we have possibly a pool table, I'm not too sure. This used to be another armor dispenser, as with the last episode, has then since been torn out and rebuilt at my newer base. A bit over here. Oh, I wonder if there's anything in the chest. So there definitely was a lot of stuff that used to be here. I think this was an enchanting area. As with most of my other bases that we've visited already, things have been kind of torn out and moved on. So this will probably be empty. Yep, sure is. Does this leather hat have anything important? Nope, just a leather cap. Nice. Right, what do we got down here? Coming down the staircase to the next level here. This was the main level where all the storage and stuff was. Can't remember what was there. Got an enchanting table. These, I'm not too sure. Just random mob drops and chainmail and such. Possibly from the mob spawner, which you probably saw as we were coming in there. Plenty of bunk beds. Love bunk beds. This was the nether area. Actually, this stuff is actually kind of valuable. Probably should take that away. Not like I'm going to be using it anytime soon. This is where the chests used to be. I've probably got all sorts of different old screenshots from this area, but deeply buried in archives. The dragon egg from the original dragon. I think that was before they added the dragon egg each time. Wait, no, that's a lie. They never did that. That was me. I did that. Dog food. I'm hearing doors. There's a whole lot of villagers down there. Trash. Plenty of cobblestone, plenty of dirt. Just the usual. I remember building stuff like this. I feel like now I put so much effort into getting everything perfect, whereas back then, or back here, you used to just kind of make things and see, you know, however they turned out and just go from there. Definitely was a bit more freedom in what I was doing. Do not open this chest. Well, we know what that means. Get some sugar. Great. And a book called LOL. Such a sweet surprise, and that surprise is actually spelt wrong for the language I speak. There we go, another bit of sugar, great. I think they just go in here. That's a hopper. Do I put it in there? Yep, I think dispenser's under there. Oh, nice. Yeah, this was all part of the armory equipper. Right, coming outside. Nice big map, oh wow. So there's the rail line coming in there. That's the one we came in on. Then we've got the area here, some pathways. There's the mob spawner, which we'll check out in a minute. That there is a farm area, that's pretty cool. Some stables, which I had horses and donkeys and such in. Not entirely sure where that path led. Have to go have a look. I think that was just connected to that there. Oh, it goes all the way up there. Can't remember what's out there, if there's anything out there. I think it was just me expanding kind of the directions of pathways and such. Spent a lot of time in this space, and definitely a lot going on. Oh dear, so this is when villager breeders were easy. This is my makeshift iron farm, and I think it was actually one of the first iron farms I actually built. And stupidly I built it all underground and couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, and it turns out it's because doors needed access to skylight. Hi, you're all bundled up, and surprisingly, you actually have a trade. Oh wow. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's actually a decent trade. Anyway, these are all now nitwits. They used to have trades. I don't know if I ever used any of them. And this iron farm is now no longer operational. But I think if we go down here, that door probably broke things. This was the old killing chamber, where they would flow down and be pushed into the lava. Now I wonder where this goes, because this, if I'm not mistaken, yep, it's connected to a rail, which I think I know exactly where that comes out. It should be just up the top there. Yep, here we go. So this was our little collection area. Not much iron, not much string. I probably cleared this out every now and again. So this is connected to, I think I just saw the minecart out of the corner of my eye, to the mob spawners. There was a rail line with a minecart chest going back and forwards, dropping things off. And again, this was another one of those redstone things that I just figured out and just made back then. It's so simple and, you know, looking back on it, but just figuring this kind of stuff out was so much fun. I was so proud of it. You can put a little thing there so it dings every single time items come in. Good times. What do we got here? The to-do list. More gold and diamonds, classic. Light up caves under mob spawner. Probably never did that. At least I had a to-do list. Now this whole area here used to actually be full of the melon and pumpkin farms, which are now outside there. What is this? Timer on and off. Oh, this was a little clock timer. I wonder, how did this work? Was it item drops? Yes, it was. So it must be a 5-minute timer. So I think it triggered every 5 minutes. Yep. With a classic pressure plate, so when the items despawn, it sets off the timer and then dispenses another one. Awesome, I love that kind of redstone. Now up here, we'll pop up real quick because it hopefully should still work. Oh, there used to be a beacon down there, that's right. Ah, there is. Alright, classic minecart elevator. Hopefully they're all still here. They sure are. Did I have an exit minecart? I didn't. Let's... Oh, that's what I was worried about happening. At least we didn't die. Let's just go back up again and see if we can actually get out of this thing without... I don't think there's anything really too exciting up here anyway. What did that do? Turn the light on and off. Possibly if I break that. No, we're just gonna fall all the way back down again and potentially take a lot of damage. Right, we'll hold on to that then I suppose. Anyway, and then you just go up and drop back down and there should be, yep, water there. Nicely done, nicely done. Come on over here, this is another amazing piece of redstone. I think actually my brother Callan, who some of you may remember from very, very old videos, originally made this design, or at least played a lot around with double piston extenders, and eventually I came up with, I think, with the concept here. If I open it, I wonder if it still works. It does still work. It almost still works. So the way this used to work, it would push the iron bars up and then the gravel would fall back down, and then to close it, it does close still. Okay, so it must be just something to do with the redstone timing not quite working. Oh dear, do I have silk touch? I think I do. That's a shame, doesn't work, but you know, nothing lasts forever. Anyway, coming out here, so we got all sorts of crazy things going on. This was the original stables, I think. I actually built this over my 1.6 area, and possibly maybe moved it with MC Edit, I can't remember, it was a long time ago. Anyway, at some point I rebuilt the stable area, ooh dear, over here, which have since been moved. I think I moved them to my 1.8 area. Made a whole bunch, had a whole lot of horses, and a whole lot of donkeys. Awesome. Now what is up here? So there's a way up there, but also a way up here. I love building pathways, love just classic cobblestone and stuff. 208 seeds needed for a replant, 3 1/4 stacks needed. Oh, nice. Is there actually anything growing? Oh, there is. Definitely got to harvest it. Oh, this is classic. So this is kind of all over the place. I think this originally built in the 1.5 area. Can't remember. But I remember I just keep rebuilding this kind of everywhere I went. Good times. Now how do I harvest the wheat here? Another bit of random redstone that I just enjoyed making. Actually, I tell you what. Is it connected to like a master button? I don't think so. What does this do? I think that just disables the... There we go. Yeah, so that would go off every night, I believe, but that lever disables it. So we've got pumpkin melon there, sugarcane there. So both of these used to be inside the little fortress there. And again, we've got another alarm here for when the night is coming down, except... There we go. Oh, did they change the noise of wool? Or did I make it that? I honestly can't remember. Nice. And what is this over here? Is this just a cobblestone generator? Sure is. I remember building this and instantly creating obsidian, as you do. So I believe if we come just out this door here... Ah, it is. So this was my little zombie villager catching area. So I would... How would I do this? Let's see, if I go out here... I think it would literally be as simple as I would walk through and stand on there and then they get trapped and I could do that. And does that lock it? No, do I have to... I can't remember. One way or another it worked, and I used to capture zombie villagers because I think if we come over here, yes, just down here there is a spawner, and that was back when spawners could spawn zombie villagers. So that's how I got all those villagers down there. Just by capturing them and curing them and back and forth like that. I think this actually might be it down here. Let's go down and have a look. Sure is. And the spawner is still there. Because that would disable it, yep. And I think this was just an XP grinder as well. Sure was. Awesome. I think up on this hill, if I remember right, yep, here it is. This, I think, is, rest in peace, Steve, first horse of 1.6. Oh dear, my first ever horse, when 1.6 came out, called Steve. This is where Steve is residing. Rest in peace, Steve. Now, what have we got down here? I think these are just literally random pathways. I don't think they go anywhere. I think it was just me kind of expanding the coverage of this area with kind of just pathways to get around, mostly for riding horses and stuff. As you can see, 2 blocks high and 3 blocks through the solid stuff. I think this is just a tunnel. Ooh, glass going through a cave, nice. Yeah, I think that literally just goes nowhere. Anyway, I want to go check out the mob spawner, because that was the one thing, that was a huge project, and that was when mob spawners were a little bit easier to make, or at least the designs were kind of just as they are, just big boxes with redstone through it. But go have a look at that and see what it's like. Oh, there is the minecart chest. Glitching out, nice, nice. Now I can almost guarantee that, at least I don't think this should work anymore. Can't think why, where the redstone's probably all messed up and all that. But just a basic kind of, they would get flushed down, all land here, and then I could just kill them with the sword, and they should hopefully be down to lower health. Oh, what does this sword have? Looting 3, black knockback 1, nicely done. And more redstone here just to load up the minecart. We should actually be able to have a look in the top there. That's just going to bounce back. We go up the very sketchy ladders here. So I'm pretty sure it's just a classic design of having water buckets in each corner would wash the mobs off. We can actually hear mobs in there. But all the redstone is possibly broken? Or if I turned it off? Oh, I think it was actually set on a timer, by judging by the massive amount of repeaters. So I think if I push that, hopefully we should get some mobs come down. Depends how broken everything is. Which I actually have no idea if anything's broken or working or not. Oh! It does work! Then you just kill them here. And I think I could also get it to work for music discs. Yep, there we go. And then they all come into here, and hopefully the minecart will come back in time for us to actually see this operational. I can't believe this still works. It's kind of surprising and quite pleasing actually for that matter. Here we go. So that just goes in there, clicks all the items, and when the hopper is empty, doop, 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 it gets in off. Nice. Nice and simple, except it's heavily glitched into the ground there. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, I have no idea what this is. I think this is just a... Oh, it's an entry point. Oh, I forgot I made this. So you can just... This is going to be dangerous. Scoot on down. There we go, and we get a nice idea. So there you go. Yeah, they're just dispensers in each corner, each with a water bucket, and they just flush the mobs off. So incredibly inefficient to today's standards. But hey, it worked just fine for me back in the day. And all built out of clay, fittingly. Because this is when maces just came out. This is 1.7 when they added maces, so took real advantage of building in the environment here, and you got dark oak trees and stuff around too. Oh, so cool. I never really explored this far. Like, that might be a chunk border. Actually, no, it won't be. Is it? No, I don't think it is. I never really explored much. I kind of just built in little areas and never really ventured out much, whereas nowadays I definitely explore, you know, thousands and thousands of blocks. Compared to back then, I would kind of just explore, find a place and build there and never really travel too far. But, what a good time. But anyway, I think that's pretty much everything for the 1.7 era of this world. Definitely one of my favorite bases. As you can see, I put a lot more kind of building into this area compared to the other areas. And I think this is really when I kind of started to actually understand the game a lot more and really know a lot more of the mechanics and features in the game. Definitely when I kind of got into things a little bit more. So next episode, we're getting to the 1.8 area of this world, which, for those of you know, that was actually where I started this series, this Petrichor World series, and 1.8 was when I first started YouTube, so it'll be a nice little kind of reflection and a good way to celebrate 5 years of doing YouTube as well. But yes, thank you guys all so much for watching. I will go check out the Nether next episode too if I get a chance, because I don't think we've really explored too much there. There isn't actually much in there, but we'll go check it out. But yes, once again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys all did enjoy this little trip down memory lane. Let me know what you guys think of my original little world, and I'll be sure to see you all in the next episode. Catch you later.